started work on the Lady Mechanica styrofoam drawing for Dad around, I would say, roughly around noon, maybe 11 in the morning, and by the time Dad and I went to see first his parents and then Uncle John in order to deliver to Uncle John the styrofoam drawing I made for him for $10 of a leprechaun. Thus, in a sort of way, making it a commission rather than a gift. I got most of the stuff on the front done. The only things I did roughly in the last hour or so were the eyes and this corner of hair to try and show curls. The hair seems to be black and curly to me, or at least wavy. And in the pictures I could find of Lady Mechanica, her eyes seem to be red. Eyes seem to be red. And Dad said ultimately to make them red, but he also said red is what the color of her eyes are when she's angry. I didn't mean to make her look angry, rather stoic is the emotional state I was going for. I'm about to complete the task set I'm currently on. It at least feels to me that I don't have much time to complete these task sets. Luckily, I had already started scouting a province in advance. But now I have to collect more vision vapor. I gotta get the wise golem. Most likely. The best way at this point to get the necessary spell fragments would be to get them through the ongoing Spire of Eternity event. But I can only go so far up the spire, and each completed encounter generally just has a chance of giving spell fragments. Most of them do. But that chance isn't always very great. Dad made a sort of pizza. It doesn't have any sauce. It has pepperoni and cheese between these onion buns. This is a glass of distilled water with 3 drops of a magnesium supplement mixed in, which is 3/4 of what's recommended to be taken daily. This is pretty delicious. Dad got the magnesium as well as these chicken wings. And these when we went to Wegmans after visiting John, and Dad and he had conversations about a possible career for me in my styrofoam drawings. Football, and other things. When I saw the living room area, some memories regarding that place came back to me. I recall at some kind of family event playing the original Sonic game on... At the time, I said to John the SNES, but I realized no, the equivalent would be the Sega Genesis, not the SNES. It's still the same era, though. I just got a bit mixed up at the time. It would be more on the Sega Genesis. This is the current daily exclusive. It would be nice to get something like that. I went in with Dad into Wegmans so I could pick out a couple of things. In this case, some milk, since it's needed in order to cook the couple boxes of Wegmans mac and cheese that Dad has in the cupboards. And a box of Wegmans brand granola cereal with oats and honey. Dad also picked out some muffins and some steaks, but those will be for in the future. The Congregate Idle Games sword fight. I'm currently on level 49 on the Disciple run I started yesterday. I'm at the max level of the main school building. Upgrading it to that level unlocked the forge, which gave a 20% damage bonus to my sword and a 20% armor health bonus. these bonuses probably don't do much since my sword is the short sword and my armor is the cloth armor, thus making me eligible for the Frugal Award, along with the Late Bloomer Award, which is the award for reaching level 50 as a novice. I'm not sure what kind of bonuses I'll unlock. It's currently 8:42 p.m. I currently have roughly 105,000 platinum, with the current circumstances being that the school produces 840 platinum per minute with 70 students, which I got from upgrading the sleeping quarters to level 7. Upgrading it again will cost 1,000,000 platinum, or 1 E6P. This whole time I've been fighting level 20 scholar ranked swordsmen, since that's the highest training level 20 I can go to and still be able to consistently win the battles and gain experience. Level 21 doesn't give that much more experience, and it's significantly harder for me to win. Like, the most I can manage is maybe 5 wins in a row if I get lucky against a Bree Glad or 2. For some reason, the Brig Dads are the hardest for my disciple character build to win against. The soldier being in the middle and the rogue being the easiest. Of course, that's for the scholar and provost ranks. The new fighting tactics feature that I unlocked upon reaching the master rank was a bit of a game changer. Now I no longer have to switch to the defense stand from the blitz stand, or stance, when my stamina gets to yellow. Now I start in the defend stance until my enemy's stamina gets to orange. Then I automatically switch to the blitz stance, which is the stance that makes it easy to get combo attacks. With it being a roughly 1 in 4 chance of happening when I'm on the blitz stance. We visited Dad's parents first, and his mom gave me a piece of zucchini bread. That might be something good for something good for breakfast possibly, or something to go with a dinner. On my current run, disciple run for sword fight, in which I need just roughly 48 million more experience points and get roughly 250,000 for each level 20 scholar swordsman I defeat. I'm currently at about 12,000 wins. And I get 300% more experience from being at training level 12 in terms of jobs within the school. So for most of this run, I've had 2 influence points in training, and when I got the 3rd influence point from reaching a school fame of 100, primarily from upgrading buildings within the school. I'm currently at school level 4, the max, sleeping quarters 7, training room 3, library 1, and forge 1. I'm either going to upgrade the library, upgrade the forge, or maybe I'll wait to upgrade the sleeping quarters. So I'll be able to upgrade the library and the forge more quickly. It's all a matter of what I ultimately decide to do. When I got the 3rd influence point, I put it into recruiting. I'm currently on level 1, which gives me a +2 bonus to base health, damage, attack, defense, and hit. I'm not entirely sure how much of a difference that makes, but it's better than nothing. It's currently 9:45 p.m. My reward for completing the late bloomer achievement is a 50% bonus to experience permanently. I was able to beat the novice swordsman tournament so well that I defeated the first 6 opponents. with one strike. I then won the Scholar Tournament, then the Journeyman Tournament, and I made it into the last round of the Provost Tournament. Without spending any gold so far, so I can actually see that I had a potential of winning the Provost Swordsman Tournament if I gain some more levels. I put all the newfound skill points into Defend, mastering this skill at level 6, so the max level for the basic attack stance is 5, so for the time being, I'm not going to be able to complete the technique achievement for getting 2 stances at level 10 or higher. When Dan and I went to Wegmans, we first returned some deposit containers and plastic bags, and Dad gave me mostly plastic and aluminum can containers. Plastic bottles. I believe Dad made somewhere between $4 and $5 from returning those deposits. He got roughly that amount back. At 5 cents a deposit. And Dad, for the most part, did the glass container deposits. I recall at one point giving him a plastic bag with just a few glass bottles in it, which were kombucha bottles, of which Dad also bought a couple of those at Wegmans. In fact, before the first part of the dinner, I had an orange-flavored vitamin water, Zero from Wegmans, as well as some kombucha. I believe the reddish colored one.